Howdy! Welcome back. It's been a little bit since I made a video, but I believe one of the other times I made a Prince video, I talked about what was looking like a leak of a Diamonds and Pearls singles box set. And lo and behold, that exists. And I actually bought this when the announcement was made. You can see me a little bit more clearly this time. Wild. Limited to 1,991 copies, or 1991, which is when the album came out. And this is a picture of Prince surrounded by diamonds and pearls, as is the album's namesake. Now I am going to cut to a different location and show this off. There we go, much better. Not really sure why I cut back to this, but, well, there you go. It's also probably hard to see on here, but there is text that says Prince and the New Power Generation, kind of like with how they did the raised text on Sign of the Times, but it's not raised per se. It's more just printed over top. Not printed, but you get it. The other thing is, this is not the first time the Prince estate has released a singles box set tailored specifically to an album. They started doing this with the Sign of the Times Super Deluxe box set, and oh look, there I am. They started doing this with the Sign of the Times box set, and I hope that this is a thing that they keep doing with other deluxe Prince reissues, is also putting out alongside it a box set of singles as well. And this is different. I didn't expect it would do this. I thought it would just slide off, but it also opens up like a book. So before we get into the singles, you also got a little thing of little art cards, I think they called them, tailored to, they might relate, well, they're all just unseen pictures before from Prince and the New Power Generation. That is Diamonds and Pearls, obviously, or Prince with Diamonds and Pearls. Photos by Randy St. Nicholas. Prince and the New Power Generation with Rosie Gaines and all them. Looking like the same backing for each card. Prince with a shadow of himself. Same back. The New Power Generation sans Prince, so it's just everyone minus Prince. Prince, most likely from the Violet the Organ Grinder music video, which is a B-side included in this set, I believe. Another shot of Prince with what I would only assume to obviously be dangling diamonds and pearls. And another shot of Prince in the dark. Yet again, same back for all of them. Now back to the actual box set itself. I want to point this out quickly, but that is Schleiden. With this, when you open it up, you also get a little eye icon. Icon? Right there on the inside of the flap. And the eye icon is featured on the back of the album Diamonds and Pearls, with a little portion of the backing that is the rap sequence from the song Push, but Prince's part in it. So now we actually get into the singles, which is what this box set is about. The first single released for Diamonds and Pearls back in 1991 was Get Off, which Diamonds and Pearls is also the first album credited to Prince and the New Power Generation, even though some of them were around since Lovesexy. I think Levi was the only one to stay around from the Lovesexy band, which I call the proto-New Power Generation. And then everyone just started building up, and they appeared in the Graffiti Bridge movie, and then they obviously made this. So, as I said, nothing can stop Prince and the New Power Generation. Get Off. and it is the single version of this, Backed with Horny Pony, which I haven't heard Horny Pony. I've never actually listened to that song. And you also get a little cutout for the, you get a little, diamond, a little die cut area right here for the, and a 45 RPM adapter. They could have just not have done that and just made the hole smaller, but, you know, they're being accurate, so that's fine. They're all pressed on a, like, pearl white vinyl. And also you get just a plain paper inner sleeve, so if you have any, like, other inner sleeves to replace it with, you might as well just do that. These are, like, fairly accommodating for this type of sleeve, so you know what I mean. For the rest of these, I'm moving the box out of the way, but next is Cream, Prince's 5th and final #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. Sorry. On the back, it's Cream backed with Gangster Glam, which is another B-side that I haven't listened to before. It even includes the original version of Cream available on Paisley Park / Warner Bros. Album Diamonds and Pearls, available on cassette and compact disc. However, it was also available on vinyl in Europe, but not, the US. But not in October anymore. So there you go, Cream backed with Gangster Glam. Next up is Insatiable, which was this the third one, or was it Diamonds and Pearls that was the third one? I don't know. They probably ordered this how they ordered it. So the thing about Insatiable, with the announcement of the Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe, there's the front cover, back cover with Insatiable and I Love You in Me, another song I haven't heard. But this, the Prince Estate also released 2 promotional vault tracks songs to celebrate the release, one of which I'll cover later in this video, and the other one is a early version of Insatiable, Insatiable Early Mix, which is 8 minutes. I'm not the biggest fan of Insatiable. It's a little bit too slow for my liking, but who knows? Maybe if I listen to it more, I'll be a little bit more okay with it. I think the song is about 7 minutes in length. The early mix is 8 minutes, and this shorter version is 4 minutes. So maybe I'll probably prefer the single version more, but only time will tell. The title track, Diamonds and Pearls, with Q and Doubt as a Q and Doubt instrumental, I should say. And I'm pretty sure, because, like I said, things about UK singles, that is the European cover of Diamonds and Pearls, because the US cover is famous for having a hologram thing on it, where Prince and the background dancers, who are not twins, as I was to believe for a little while, they're not twins at all, they don't even look like it, Diamond and Pearl. So what was I saying? I was saying the US cover has Prince flanked by Diamond and Pearl. Actually, they're just both behind him. So there you go, Diamonds and Pearls and Q and Doubt. Instrumental. Next up is Money Don't Matter Tonight, which is a very underrated track, and a very good track in general. Featuring Money Don't Matter Tonight, The Edit, and Call the Law, which is a non-album single, which a lot of the singles from these are not on the album. So I don't really know why they specified that Call the Law is not on the album. They didn't do that for all the other ones, but I don't know. Yet again, there's the European cover. Sliding that out, obviously they're all on the, they called like a pearl white type vinyl. The singles for Sign of the Times were on a peach-colored vinyl, because peach and black were the color scheme for Diamonds and Pearls. So obviously they're going to go white a pearl white for these, and you get the drift. But for the main album release, they're doing like pearl white vinyl and then one that's clear, so diamonds and pearls. You get the joke. Hilarious. And for the final single, you have Thunder, which was released as it was a picture disc in the UK only, but they shrunk it down and put on a little 45 right here, including the edit, because this was a single, and therefore there was an edit. And I think that's Maite, which she would have only been, I think, like 16 at the time, maybe. She was young when her and Prince met, or that could not be Maite at all. I'm just a big old idiot. But I know it. But I know it ain't Rosie Gaines, that's for sure. And the Thunder, the DJ fade, which is an edit, is backed with Violet the Organ Grinder, which I referenced earlier. Now, this may have been the final single released for this album, but it is not the final single in this box set. Let me just slide that out. Thunder, backed with Violet the Organ Grinder, which I have listened to a little bit. In my opinion of Violet the Organ Grinder, I was a little bit taken aback by it for a second. It sounded very weird, but I guess at the same time, a lot of Prince songs can have a lot of different variations to it, so I'll probably just have to listen to the whole thing and maybe get a better appreciation of it, just like with how I had to do that for the next single in this box set. Now, especially for this album, this box set, just like with the Sign of the Times box set, was backed with a special single that was not featured in the lineup of those at all, and also it was a vault track, being Witness for the Prosecution version 1 backed with version 2. The special single you get in this one is Alice Through the Looking Glass, which was the other digital single that they released to hype up this album, backed with Horny Pony version 2, which was the B-side for Get Off, but this is the other version. Now, these are both vault tracks, and they will also be in the upcoming Sign of the Times Super Deluxe box set. So if you've listened to the special singles that they've released so far, being Alice Through the Looking Glass and Insatiable early mix, and then you also have this box set, you have technically 3 of the vault, you have listened to or either have 3 of the singles, 3 of the vault tracks that have been released for this so far, but there's still so many left that are actually in that box set. I think I flubbed up so many words when trying to explain that, but if you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. So overall, it's a great set. I like when companies like this do special releases that combine previously released material and also add in something new as well. Also, I should have added that this is also a never before seen picture of Prince that'll also maybe be in the Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe box set. But I like when companies like this do this. Of course, is it lame that they limit it to finite quantities and then you get the scumbags who purchase copies and then sell them on eBay for a high markup? Yeah, that's not cool at all. Because I was actually lucky to get this, because it was the morning and I got a message about Diamonds and Pearls reissue information. I was like, oh, cool. And I had suspected, because it was kind of leaked that they were going to do this, because the one that was shown was Insatiable. So I had known about this, so I was actually able to do it immediately, therefore securing that I would get this, and I did. But for others, they weren't so lucky, and it sucks that stuff like this happens. Long story short, it's a good set. If you're able to actually find this or get a hand on it, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, you probably should. It's a good set. It's a nice little collectible thing of all the singles from Diamonds and Pearls, including a physical version of Alice Through the Looking Glass as a single a couple months before the box set actually releases. I've been going on for a little bit too long. See you next time. Bye.